Are you trying to pick a TOK exhibition prompt? Well, I got you. Welcome to Get an A in TOK. I'm going to show you the best ones, the worst ones, and why you should choose the ones that I like. Let's get started. Okay, first of all, if you want extra help, you can check me out on Fiverr. I can help you, I can tutor you, I can Zoom with you. Get in touch with me. I'm not going to write this thing for you, but I'll help you make the best one possible. Okay, let's look at the best and the worst prompts. So first of all, I have already done, yes, I'm using notes. I have already done some videos on the TOK exhibition with some great prompts. I've done breakdowns of what counts as knowledge, are some things unknowable, what counts as good evidence for a claim, and are some types of knowledge more useful than others. Check out those videos. All 4 of those prompts work, but if you're not wanting to choose those or you want to see my best, I'm going to break them down for you in this video. So what makes a prompt good or bad? Let me tell you. First of all, the best prompts are going to make it impossible to answer it in just a few words. Just to answer that prompt, you're going to have to write for all 315 words that I suggest for each response. And then secondly, in addition to making you think about the object, the best prompts are also going to make you think about knowledge without even having to try. And then finally, believe it or not, the IB actually asks some non-open-ended questions. They ask some yes or no questions. So I suggest avoiding the yes or no questions, and I'll tell you why in a minute, in favor of the ones that are very open-ended. So the opposite of that, the worst prompts, they can be answered, and this blows my mind, IB, they can be answered with a yes or no. They can also be answered in a phrase or even a word, and they don't really naturally have room for exploration. And so if those are one of the prompts that you're thinking about, you need to make sure that you're prepared to not just answer it, but to explore it on a deep level. Okay, so here are my favorite prompts. Not all 35 are created equal. The best 6 prompts you can choose are: what counts as knowledge? Are some things unknowable? What counts as good evidence for a claim? That's my favorite. That's number 1. I probably should have put that at the top of the list. What is the relationship between personal experience and knowledge? How can we distinguish between knowledge, belief, and opinion? And to what extent is certainty attainable? Okay, why do I like these? There's no way to answer these in a sentence. There's no way to answer these in a paragraph. All of them are open-ended. If you look at the 4th one there, what is the relationship between personal experience and knowledge? All 3 of your responses can be completely different. And as I'm going to talk about at the end of this video, this is not an essay. This really doesn't even need to qualify as academic writing. So disagree with yourself. When it comes to what counts as knowledge, there's a million things I can choose there and a million different directions, gotta be careful. There's a million different directions that I can go with that. And then if you look at the 5th one there, how can we distinguish between knowledge, belief, and opinion? It's really easy. Every single response draws a line. Your responses should say, we can distinguish by doing this, or thinking this, or asking this. And all of these prompts, they can give us really tangible answers, but not very quickly. And that's what we want, because now that we go to the worst prompts, you'll see which ones you definitely don't want to choose. Okay, these ones are just terrible. What challenges are raised by the dissemination and communication of knowledge? Why do we seek knowledge? Can knowledge change established values or beliefs? Okay, look at that 3rd one. The answer is yes or no. And if you want to answer some yes and some no, that's okay. But this is just prompting us to start off very shallow, very weak, very tangible and concrete. And that's not what we want to do in TOK. I've seen some really bad examples sent to me from all around the world, and you can send me yours too, and I'll help you out. I've helped them become good. But there's a really simple way to answer the first one. What challenges are raised by the dissemination and communication of knowledge? A lot of people just say a challenge is language. And that's it, okay? A challenge is translation. And they answer it very factually, and then they get kind of discouraged when I grade them a 4, okay? So you don't just want to say, here's the answer, and I'll get to my tips in a minute. But if you just say, this answers the prompt, it's just not going to be that good. It's not exploring, and that's what all 3 of these prompts do. So unless you are like brilliant, and you may be, props to my student Michelle, she says, I know you don't like this one, so I'm choosing it just to stick it to the teacher. Yeah, cool, Michelle, you're awesome, my favorite existentialist there. So anyway, be careful with these, that you're not just providing a factual answer and then moving on. So I probably said it like 5 times, but the goal is not to answer the questions. The goal is not to answer the prompts. The goal is to explore the prompts with the questions. And one of the cool things, since this isn't an essay, and in an English essay, you've got like your typical 5 paragraphs, and your body paragraphs all support your thesis. This is the opposite. disagree between objects, okay? So you want one object to say, this is the answer. And then another object to completely disagree with that and say, no, the answer is totally different. The answer is found in a different AOK, a different way of knowing, a different test for truth. So that would be another tip. If the answer is yes for one, your next response better be no, or never, or maybe not. And then finally, go beyond the answer. Tell me how knowledge is being used or represented through your exhibition object. So find the knowledge issue, knowledge question, knowledge claim, knowledge authority. Find something to do with knowledge in the object. So you answer it with the object, but then you naturally go deeper. Okay, I told you that was going to be quick. I hope this was really helpful. If you want to get in touch with me, you can check the link down in the description. Please subscribe. I hope TOK sucks a little bit less. I'll see you next time.